Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to the heart-pounding, pedal-to-the-metal West Coast Sim Racing League. Live from the historic Sebring International Raceway, we've reached the midpoint in the season, and that's an important halfway marker, and that's about when the things start to break loose here, with full grids of Toyota GR86s and championship point battles. And welcome in. This is going to be a treat here tonight from Sebring. My name is Sean Stam, live here on Stam Studio Network, and before we get to virtual trackside action, let's take a look at those ever so close point standings. Andrew Bound there still leads us up top there. Matter of fact, took the lead away from the championship point standings from Joey Rainey a couple races back. No Joey Rainey here tonight, so that really helps Andrew and Stone Colby out. Snyder Colby sits fourth in the point standings. Brandon Birch, Nico Colby, then Joe Rainey, Josh Hunter, Benjamin Forant, and Marvin Samayoa rounding out the top 10 in the points. Igor Amethyst as well as Dylan right there rounding out the top 13. All righty, we appreciate every single one of you that have joined in tonight for some West Coast Sim Racing League action. Got a couple of minutes left here within qualifying, so before we cut to our overall race results here to kind of look a brief kind of breakdown of the track. We're working with 17 turns tonight, 3.7 miles, and with this being the old kind of airfield base that it was there, this is very, very bumpy straightaways, as well as the whole bumpy track that these Toyota GR86 drivers are going to have to deal with tonight. Sitting at a temperature, I hope that's ambient and not well, excuse me, I hope that's track and not ambient. 94 degrees Fahrenheit temp there, sitting at an altitude just above sea level of 62 feet. Sebring, Florida, 84 Fahrenheit degrees ambient, 45% humidity points, and we got clear skies, 4-mile-per-hour winds to our backs. Qualifying just now finishing up. Checking in on YouTube land. Of course, there's Jordan Dopke saying, let's go. He's ready for some racing tonight. We see 14 viewers live right now there on horizontal land, and if you're in vertical land, be sure you join us over in horizontal land as well. All right, apologize for the quick delay there. We should be back live and ready to take the green flag here tonight from a sunset heavy Sebring Raceway. There's a reason why we call that last turn sunset. You're about to see why, as these drivers have to deal with that in their eyeballs the whole race tonight. We'll take a look at our starting grid, brought to you by Race to Stop Suicide. Make sure you check on your friends and family members down there out and around you. Slater Colby, nice lap with a 225.8 and a Toyota GR86. Holy moly, Slater Colby up on the pole. Brandon Birch right there, going to start beside him, just hundredths of a second slower than Slater Colby. This is going to be some good battling out here up on front, because it's really a you can make one mistake, but really get back up here in it, as Nico Colby, he'll start P3. Stone Colby will start P4. That's triple Colby action already up in the top 4 of the track. Also have Andrew Bound, Joe Rainey, Josh Hunter, Benjamin Forant, Igor Rexkov, Amethyst Reese, who round out the top 10. Ali Xe was putting lap after lap after lap in practice. He starts 11th. Dylan Baste, he starts 12th. Samuel Donathan, Glenn Bratton, Darren Colby, Juan Hallett, Demetrius Gallegos, Andreas Profana, the Italian, he starts 18th. And Colton Jorges rounds out our 19 driver grid here tonight. All right, so what are we going to have to look at here tonight? Well, with this big grid that we do have, it's going to get we're going to get some elbows out here in turn 1. Once we do start the race, we do have a quick pace lap here, allowing these drivers to kind of get their wits back and about them. You start to see that weave and jeeving and jiving, getting these tires up to optimal conditions here before we take the green flag. As well as, I would really imagine these drivers are starting to drag those brake pedals as well, getting as much heat into those brake calipers, because once we do take the green flag, it's not until about halfway out and around that 20 minutes mark that we will reach our competition caution. If you're just now joining us. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. We're getting ready to roll from Sebring International Raceway down here in Florida. Sunset has got the sky painted orange. We are just under half the track ready to go here as we head up into the kink and as well as into the hairpin section. If we hop on board of, say, Benjamin Forehand here into the hairpin section here, this is going to be a very nice passing opportunity, but you get maybe an inch, maybe two, maybe even a foot there deep into the braking zone. That's going to be all she wrote for that lap time. You'll go out and around and into the sand trap and have to regroup and rearm there. Pause. This has been quite a fun season so far. We have finally now made it through halfway through this Toyota GR86 season after the end of tonight. It's our 6th race out of 12, and we continue to see some very nice battling happening up here throughout the whole pack. Just now joining us, my name's Sean Stam, live here on Stam Studio Network to bring you some West Coast Sim Racing League action. And for those that are just now joining us, here's a look at the point standings heading into tonight. Andrew Bound, Joey Rainey, Stone Colby round out the top 3. No Joey Rainey out here on track tonight. That's going to be something to keep an eye on here as Stone Colby, he'll rocket up to P2 pretty much no matter what happens. Slater Colby, could it be double Colby action, running 2nd and 3rd in the points depending on Slater's night tonight. Brandon Birch, Nico Colby, Joe Rainey, Josh Hunter, Benjamin Forehand, and Marvin Samayoa right there rounding out the top 10. Continue to see, that's Andrew Bound in the bluey 651 Toyota GR86 here tonight. Keep your eye on him, our points leader. He didn't really have the qualifying effort that he was necessarily looking for, starting in that 3rd row back right there behind Nico, Stone, and Brandon, and Slater. This is going to get pretty good here as we make our way down and across that final back stretch for the final time before we let these drivers loose here tonight in the West Coast Sim Racing League. Let us know who you're rooting on down there live in YouTube land. Is it going to be one of the drivers up in the front row like Slater Colby, Brandon Birch, or will it be one of the youngsters like Nico Colby? I wouldn't call Stone a youngster, but Stone's younger brother right there with him in that 2nd row. And could it be Dr. Andrew Bound, maybe even also a real-life racer, Joe Rainey, who starts the 3rd row back? Everybody, here we go. You know what time it is. It's West Coast Sim Racing League time, and it's the Toyota GR86 series. We are just a few hundred feet away from green flag racing here tonight from Sebring International Raceway. Slater Colby, he's going to find that throttle pedal, drop a gear, and disappear heading into turn 1. It's side by side between the front 3 drivers. Joe Rainey opting to really open up corner 1, 2, and 3. Oh, we're going to look 5 wide going into turn 1. We'll opt it back down into 4 wide. Somehow, some way, we're still all moving and grooving here tonight. And the first opening laps from Sebring International Raceway. What a start to this race. Slater Colby continues to run out up front. He's going to have Nico Colby. He gets up to P2. Brandon Birch and Stone works his way up to P3. Oh, we got a spin out there in the back. That's going to be Andreas Profana. He makes it through it. Ali Aksay, who goes around in that red number 19. Glenn Bratton, Colton Juarez, they look to have made it through it. No damage on their Toyota GR86s. As now we're making our way through the hairpin for the first time tonight. Still very cold tires, cold brakes. Brotherly duo battling out here through the hairpin section. Nico Colby finds the inside line over Slater Colby. Slater, they're going to beat and bang, lean on each other, going back down and heading into turn 6 and 7, I do believe this one is. Nico Colby, he's that white and blue Apex Motor Club Toyota GR86 down the inside. Nice pass there. Nico Colby to the race lead. Slater Colby, he falls back from the pole to P2. Brandon Birch, Stone Colby, then it's Andrew Bound, Benjamin Forehand, Josh Hunter, Dylan Baste, as well as Amethyst Reese, who round up the top 10 in our opening lap. What a start to this race. It was 2 wide up there from between the front, like 4 to 5 rows. Then we did get 5 wide from about their 10th and 11th on back, settled it back down to 4. And those drivers made it through the first couple of corners A-OK. There was a slight spin in the back of the pack, which was Andreas Profana, Ali Aksay. Andreas Profana almost involved. He was able to miss it though. We're gonna work our way almost done with completing lap number 1 of the race. Nico Colby to the race lead. He's going to Slater Colby's going to draw a little bit closer to that rear bumper of our race leader here. Stone Colby works his way up to 3, already gaining a spot on this race restart as well. Could we already be looking at what we are looking at triple Colby action? Could it be done for the second time this season in West Coast Sim Racing League, as drivers now making their way through I believe that one was Sunset that time, International Bend. And Nico Colby, Slater Colby, Stone Colby, Triple Colby's running up out front here earlier on. Brandon Birch, Joe Rainey trying to do everything that they can do, as we will start to see some side-by-side going back within turn 1. Once again, that's time it's going to be our points leader, Dr. Andrew Bound. He's up right in front of this battle as Josh Hunter and Benjamin Forehand continue to go at it here tonight from Sebring. Going to hop on board with this driver cam of the Scott Adams driver development of Benjamin Forehand, driver of the number 35. And this is how treacherous, this is how tough this hairpin is. Let's hop on board. Let's listen in and watch these steering inputs here for Benjamin. Down to first gear, hard on the brakes, and he's able to make Josh Hunter make a mistake there. There you see a yellow flag in the timing and scorings for Josh Hunter. That means it's a slowdown. Josh Hunter went off the track. He has to give back the time gained. Benjamin Forehand going to say thank you very much. That's a spot gained for Ben up there in the number 35. 1 spot since the drop of the green flag. Looks like Josh Hunter isn't quite done battling out here though, as man, oh man, Benjamin Forehand got up loose right up in there in front of him, almost lost it, able to reel it back in. Here comes Dylan Bass, the number 57, blue and green Mystery Machine Mazda MX-5. 2 right side tires up and off the racetrack. Josh Hunter goes around. No, right in front of the pack. Oh, thankfully, okay, Josh Hunter, he does slam it back on the brakes. Nice ethical wheel racing right there, as well as kind of rejoin strategy. Josh Hunter, he knows that he's not out of it here just yet. We do have that competition caution at or around minute 20 of the race. Here's a quick race replay here. Just the slightest bit of contact. You saw the brake lights start to glow there for Dylan Bass. He was obviously not trying to get contacts there with him there, as well as we'll jump on board to the race lead. Nico Colby goes 4 tires off the racetrack. Stone Colby, they're going to keep that spot up there, right up in there with him. There goes another driver out there right within the rear, that camera shot, as well as, since we have a couple of replays going here, this is a quick look at the drop of the green flag here. What was a really nice start up in there until about turns 3 or 4 there, until we started to lose 1 or 2 drivers. But I mean, look at this, side by side, door to door up here, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then look at this, we're going to start to look, yeah, you guessed it here, 5 wide heading into turn 1 at Sebring. And that's pretty well done there up until, where is it? It's about right here with Andreas Profana. I think he goes around, as so does Ali Xay this first sort of lap. Keep your eye on that red number 19, middle of the pack. This is coming out of 3 and 4 there. There's going to be the contact with Andreas Profana and Ali Xay. Contact between them, and that's just kind of what starts it, gets both of those two who are at a GR86 kind of loosened up off the racing line, and then that's what finishes it there. All right, it's still Nico Colby, Slater Colby, Stone Colby out here up front. And I think we got a special guest here down there in the booth. It's the one, it's the only, it's the league owner for him. It's Warren Johnson. Warren, still not out here on track, but you're joining us up here in the booth. What a race that we have on our hands here tonight.
Absolutely right, Sean. Hey, good to see you, man. Sorry I was a little late again today. We had some logistical issues with the...
Sorry,
whoa,
I gotta share my screen. Slater Colby, there's a little bit of a spin up here out up front. I'll show you a race replay here in a few moments time here, Warren. Sorry, 1 sec.
No worries.
Golly. It's the timing here. That's, I think, the funniest part here is real quick. Looks like Slater, he's going to drop all the way back down to 7th after running in the 2nd position.
Oh,
he goes around again.
Oh, good for Slater there. That looks like that curb kind of caught him out going into, I can't see what turn that is, but What a nice kind of vibe we got going on here, though, with the weather. I feel like it's a good little sunset race. It's looking really nice here.
Hey, Florida
Sebring
sunset, you can never go wrong there.
Absolutely not. So Slater Colby back to P14. That's really upset. What position was he in when that happened? Was he in P2?
Yeah, man, he was out here battling up for the race lead with his bro, Nico Colby, and then I believe it's out here right out of the exit of the hairpin.
Let's check this out one last time.
So they're already, they started to lean on each other, then give each other the room. Nico looks down the inside. Here comes Slater, and then I think he, okay, it wasn't quite there just yet. I think Slater kind of gets, okay. We're going to have to rewind it here. Apologies here, folks. But it's going to save us just a little bit more time.
Going into the S's.
Yeah, he had already spun in. I think it was after a little bit of contact there, I think with Stone.
Stone got into him in the braking zone just a little bit. Saved him, though. I think he saved him, and then he spun on his own in the S's, which is really unfortunate because, yeah, just a little tag. Brought him back. Keep it clear. Just kind of mixed up the lead pack a little bit. Stone kind of sits back there with him. He probably wasn't too happy about that one. Nico Colby kind of taking it away here now with a 1.6 second lead on Andrew Bound. Joe Rainey in P3. That's what I love to see. Brandon Birch P4. Dude, my two favorite drivers in the league, Joe and Brandon. P3, P4, fighting for that podium spot. What do you think, Sean?
It's really well fought tonight here, Warren, because they really weren't running top three up until that kind of argy-bargy started to happen between Stone and Slater up there. Andrew Bound, our points leader right here, he's continued to work his way up to P2. And like you said, Joe Rainey, I mean, what a race start for him up here. Restarted in started the race in the 6th position. He got way wide up there into the entrance of turn 1 on the opening lap, giving all sorts of room to the drivers. And now, I mean, look at him go. He's up to P3. Brandon Birch falls to P4, and Benjamin Forehand kind of joining this battle as well.
Where did Brandon qualify today, Sean? Are we able to pull that up? How many spots is he up or down?
Brandon Birch, he qualified up in P2 once again, so I think, what is that? That's
P2,
another
okay.
top 3 qualifying effort.
Yeah, front row for Brandon. That's, you know, he's been on it recently, like we've said. Down 2 spots, but I think he's going to be able to pull it together and get himself a podium possibly here. Because we know Joe doesn't like to be on the podium for some reason. He might give it up to Brandon, but I hope to see both of them on the podium there.
Man, I'm looking at that big minus 13 down there live in timing and scoring. God, I really hate that for Slater, but it will be fun to at least watch how many spots and just how he's able to work his way back up through that pack, especially after that competition caution.
Minus 11 there for Josh Hunter, too. He had that spin. I was watching on the stream. Minus 5 for Glenn. Minus 5 for Alexei. Who else we got? 4 for Igor. 2 Stone. 2 Brandon. Nico up 2. Andrew up 3. Who's biggest mover? Juan Hallett. He's got 9 spots on the race, up to P7. He's having himself a good race.
Yeah, Juan Hallett, I believe I saw him putting in quite a few laps there in practice here before the race as well. How about the number 64 GR86 driver? We've seen him here quite a few races, and he continues to run pretty consistent top 10 runs, having a real nice run, kind of leading this pack from 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th on back. Looks like that's going to be Darren Colby, Amethyst Reese, Demetrius Gallegos, Dylan Bass still there running in 11th position. Liking Juan Hallett here tonight if he's able to keep this nice consistent runs up here, as here's another nice run for Dylan Bass. A little bit of a slip and slide spin earlier on in the race, but trying to make some sort of pass happen here, or at least trying to size up Demetrius Gallegos.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got some good battles here in mid-pack. The field's kind of together right now, which I like to see. At least there's like kind of 2 packs forming, and that's good. That always makes for some good racing. Hopefully not as many incidents, but yeah, it looks like there's the main pack, and then there's this pack behind, and then there's kind of the 4 cars straggling all the way in the rear. But those are the guys that have spun and whatnot. Looks like Glenn Bratton, looks like he stopped on the racetrack there. I'm not sure what's going on with Glenn.
Oh, good
He must have spun. I'm looking at the track map. Yeah, I mean, he must have spun on his own there. That's unfortunate. But, you know, we got that competition caution coming. And, yeah, just put it in the wall there. Oh, no, he saved it. but that's a long little reverse and everything there. So he'll get back into it on the restart. No harm, no foul. As we're kind of transitioning into the nighttime, we're going to see some cooler track temps while those guys are getting close to that wall up in the front. That was crazy. As we got still the same top 5: Nico, Andrew, Joe, Brandon, Benjamin. Look at Benjamin forehand. He's been kind of up there a lot too recently. We like to see him up, having a great time in that Scott Adams development Toyota GR86. I'm glad to see him up there. He must have been practicing a lot. As who is that going up the inside? That's Stone Colby going on the inside into the S's. Nice pass from Stone Colby into that kind of weird S section. Let's see if Benjamin can fight back.
Nice pass for Stone. I mean, just barely cleared by an inch or two, but that's what you have to do from this kind of Mazda as well as Toyota GR86 kind of racing here. Light horsepower, lightweight machines, or lighter machines from what these drivers are used to racing. Look at the front suspension. Dive into the racetrack into hairpin. Stone Colby shifts it down back into first gear. Brake rotor starting to glow as he now made that pass over Benjamin Forehand. And back to Benjamin Forehand, like you were saying, Warren, he's had himself a nice season, sitting 9th within our point standings. If he continues to keep this run up here tonight, he could even jump up to possibly maybe even 7th or 8th. That driver 35 though, almost getting to the rear bumper of Stone.
This has come close racing right now, and this is great to see. We like to see these drivers racing close and hard. We got Benjamin and Stone battling it out through the whole entire lap basically. Brandon's about 0.4 behind Joe Rainey. I want to take a look at those two drivers, see what Brandon can do. Looks like Brandon's got a run on Joe Rainey here coming into the what's this last runway straightaway here, this back straight, if you will. Let's see if he gets a good run and if he's going to put a move on Joe. I know he had like a spin or something at the beginning. He kind of went off track, and he's trying to gain those 2 spots back. Ooh, his Stone goes wide in the grass there. Oh, we got a battle for P1 though. Let's take a look at that. P1 and P2 side by side. Nico and Andrew Bound. Let's see what these two are going to do.
Andrew Bound,
the cameras.
Nico going into the final turn here, 17. This is going to get bumpy.
This is both. You can kind of take this turn a few different ways, and you're not going to lose any time. There's a wide line there that's really good, and a really tight inside line that you can kind of work both ways there. And Nico's able to maintain that lead from a ambitious move from Andrew trying to go around the outside, but like I said, that line sometimes work. Is he running that Bluey? Is that a Bluey machine?
That is.
Absolutely, he's got the Bluey machine out. He's got a few different liveries. Ooh, little contact into the braking zone. Keep it together here. Nico's still maintaining the inside line. Looks like he's going to maintain first place as well.
And Nico Colby doing everything that he can. They're starting to play that little bit more defensive line, but liking what I'm seeing now, 5/10 of a second lead up for Nico Colby. Andrew Bound has got a 6/10 of a second lead over Joe Rainey. And then we do start to do battle a little bit more there with Brandon Birch, Stone Colby, and Benjamin Forehand, all running just under 1/10 under one another, as well as a slowdown now shown for Amethyst Reset of Crystal Gems. That battle is up there still within 3/10 of a second here for the race lead. And looking at the last lap strategy here, Warren, it's been really, really green, really, really fast here for 4, 5, and 6 for Dr. Andrew Bound, as now he gets visually closer. 2/10, now back to 3/10, separating the true front race leaders.
That's probably due to some of the draft. This is I feel like a pretty heavy draft track. There's a lot of wide open turns. There's a few tight spots, but most of the time you're kind of flat out, or at least 80% throttle through most of the track. So a lot of that's probably due to the draft. This whole top 6 are all within a second right now. This is awesome. I love to see this, you know. And this is the downside of the competition caution. It kind of kills some of the battles if there's any going on right before it happens. But you know, this is looking to be a great race. I don't think there's been too many incidents so far. Andrew's taking a look. This is a crazy battle. You don't know where to look. It's like, where do we look? We got a battle for here. We got Joe Rainey, Brandon Birch, Stone Colby, Benjamin Forehand all battling out in the back as they come down this runway section. If you guys didn't know, this was a World War II Air Force base, and this is the old runway that they used to take off and land on right here. Oh, they kept it clean. Andrew almost gotten to the side of Nico. He's going to go for the under. They're gonna be side by side into one. I think Nico got just a little bit better run. Nico's pushing him just a little wide. He wants to get the preferred line. They're neck and neck now. Let's see. What are we gonna do? Nico's gonna have the preferred line, of course. Into turn one. Oh, Andrew's still there, right side by side, all the way down. We're gonna see into turn 3 here, or turn 2. My mistake. Who's gonna have the bet? Nico's on the inside still. Joe Rainey's loving this. If anything happens, Joe's in the lead. Oh, they're still holding it together. Joe's right there. Yeah, look at Joe going the inside of Andrew Bound. This is awesome racing right now, Sean. We don't want to miss this. Joe's going to tuck back in, and they're going to go to this tight hairpin coming up. This is a really difficult turn. I wonder if any of these guys are going to just shoot out and try to get into the braking zone, try to get the move done. Let's see what happens here. Looks like
it's still a little too early to try and make the move into the hairpin. And I mean, how about the move for Nico, though? That all happened into the entrance of 17 as well as exit, made the pass happen. And now Andrew Bound, he's kind of stuck here. Here comes Joe Rainey to P2.
Joe Rainey in that Rainey Homes Racing GR86 is having a phenomenal race right now. This is awesome to see. We like to see him up there as he made a great move on Andrew. What happened to Andrew? He's in P4. Maybe he got a slowdown, or he just got caught out by both of those drivers. Man, back to P4. That's only the second row, though. So, you know, you're not terribly out of shape there in P4, especially when we're so close and you got the competition catching up. So this is still anybody's game out of these top 6 drivers.
Yeah, well said. Even Brandon and Benjamin, who continue to slice it and dice it here, separated by just 1/10 of a second. Scott Adam driver development versus an Apex Motor Club driver, Brandon Birch. How about these two hanging on this battle up here for that top 4 position? And like you were mentioning here, Warren, if there is a little bit of contact made here as we hop on board with Brandon Birch, hey, Brandon, Benjamin, Foran, they are right there to capitalize on it, as we should possibly start to look at our competition caution this lap, depending on when it's thrown.
Yeah, Nico, I've given Nico kind of whenever he wants from 20 to 25. If I'm not able to do it, I kind of let him do that. So it kind of mixes it up a little bit. He's in the lead right now, so it'll probably be pretty easy for him to get it on the back straight or something. And he's got a second. Well, Joe's about 9/10 back. They're side by side, Stone Colby and Brandon Burt. Or that's my bad. That's Andrew Bound and Stone Colby. Down to the back. Let's see. And it looks like Andrew Bound's going to take P3 as we come to the end of this lap, or the beginning of this lap, my bad, into turn 1. Where are they at? No, they're in turn 3. I'm all over the place, Sean. I don't know what's going on.
It's dark out here.
It is dark out here. That is for sure. But that is by design. I wanted a little sunset action. A little bit of the fireworks at the end of the race. You know how it goes. Sebring is such a beautiful track in the beautiful state of Florida. So this is such a great place to race these cars. And I think these cars really, these cars handle so good here. And there's so much you can do with setup. And, ooh, is Andrew Bound's going to try to fake out? That's not going to work on Joe Rainey. Joe Rainey's an old guy. He's seen every move in the book. He ain't falling for that. So just stop it. This is just funny. No, but we'll see if Andrew can make something happen here back to P2. He wants back to P2. He wants to be on that front row for the restart. That's kind of worth a lot here, as we're going to see when Nico throws that caution flag. I assume it's going to be this lap. I have a feeling he's going to throw it. He threw it early on Thursday. I want to see. He'll probably throw it early this time as well.
Real quick, just checking up on Slater, Colby. Remember, he spun up earlier on in the race after a slight bit of contact. Already up to P9 for Slater. That's pretty wild, pretty special to watch.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's having a hell of a race back there, and his dad, Darren Colby, in P14. He's not doing too bad. I think that's where he started. I think he's actually up a spot as he's enjoying his time out here in the stock livery today. We'll see. Wonder what's going on with his trading paints, but Alexei's looking down the inside. He might get there. I think Alexei, no, he's not. It's not preferred here. Ooh, into the braking. Nah, he's not going to have it here. As the yellow flag comes out there, I told you. There's the yellow flag. Field is frozen. We're going to crank her down, line them up, re-rack them, re-stack them, and get back to racing, Sean. How about it?
What a race that we've had here so far. battles for the race lead. Leaders changing, the drivers dropping up here after starting up here in the front. Gonna get them re-racked, restacked here. Nico Colby, Joe Rainey, Andrew Bounds, Stone Colby, Brandon Birch, and Benjamin Forehand have all been going at it there in the top 6. And like you mentioned earlier, Warren, we kind of started to separate the packs here into 2 main packs. How about Juan Hallett, our biggest mover of tonight? He's worked up to P9. Dylan Bass, Slater Colby, Amethyst Reese, Igor Reitzkov, Josh Hunter, Demetrius Gallegos, Darren Colby, Alexei, Andreas Profana, Colton Juarez, Samuel Donathan, and Glenn Bratton to round out our top 19.
Absolutely, yeah. Everyone's gonna get caught up here, and we can kind of take a review of what's happened today so far. The night is completely here now. There's no more sunset. We're nighttime racing, Sean. We're under the lights.
And before we reach under the lights, here's another look at the original drop of the green flag. Kind of a nice, really blimp camera view of it. Look at the 3 and 4 wide start to ensue back there for 10th and 11th, and it just gets worse here, Warren.
Joe Rainey out wide. That's kind of a smart decision to go out there here. Let's see what's going on. It looks pretty clean so far. There's some little bit of checking up here because I wasn't here for that. This is interesting. Was there anything that happened? Alexei coming?
No, not up until I think turns like 4 and 5 here on this opening lap.
Still 3 wide, still 4 wide through the rear of the field. Coming into oh, there's Juan. Let's see, they got the braking done clean. Look at this. This is a good race start, Sean. I'm proud of my guys.
Yeah, look at him moving and grooving here. And then there was the little bit for Alexei.
Nothing. Well, they all kind of got back going. It wasn't like Alexei kind of got the worst of that, but that was on him. So, well, let's see. Yeah, he kind of got a little back there, but let's check this out.
This is more recently, a couple of laps ago, as we've transitioned into nighttime. I think it's going to be Samuel Donovan. Oh, into the pits.
Oh my goodness, that would have been crazy into the pits. Stay there.
Oh no.
Oh man, that was bad. Oh, there's the bell machine. Wow, that's a smack into the wall. Good thing there's no damage.
I've done that before.
Yeah, that's a rough one to make there.
Hopping on board with Colton Juarez for that rough one. And we'll go back to that incident that we were just looking at there with Samuel Donathan. But here's real quick. Boom.
That's a scary. Yeah, you don't want to do that in real life. Let's take it back to live action. Where are we at here on the track? Let's kind of go through the field. I want to see. Well, we're still, there we go, okay. All right, we got the pace car. Lights are still on. Should be off this time. No worries, Sean, I'm here. All right. Well, folks, we're going to get one more lap. I think we got to do one full lap here, so this is going to be a little bit longer of a competition caution. Keep those tires warm as it's getting cold out there in Florida. It's probably dropping down to 70, but that's not really cold. Yeah, no worries. So let's see. We got Nico Colby, Joe Rainey, Andrew Bounds, Stone Colby, Brandon Birch, Benjamin Forehand, Juan Hallett, Dylan Bass up to P8. That's good to see. Like to see him up there. Slater Colby P9, Amethyst Reese P10, Igor Reitzkov P11, Josh Hunter, Demetrius Gallegos, Darren Colby, Alexei Andres Profana, Colton Juarez, Samuel Donathan, Glenn Bratton. Rounding out the 19 driver field. A little bit of drop in participation, but that's kind of normal with leagues. A few races in, some people kind of realize maybe they're not going to win any of the trophies or whatever there will be, and they kind of drop out. But this is a fun series. The registrations are always open in my league, so feel free to join our league if you're looking for some great GR86 racing and some great GT Challenge racing on Thursday as well. We got it all here at West Coast Sim Racing. But we are on the East Coast, kind of southeast coast today. Nothing in California, but we got as close to California as you can get in Florida. All right. Sean Stam's back in the booth with me. He had to take a quick break, and we're going to hand it over to him.
Well, Warren, I appreciate you holding it down here for us as we have lights out on the iRacing Safety Pace Car. We'll get back to racing this lap. Warren, how about it? I mean, 23 live viewers right now on Stam Studio Network. We got Brandon F0801 YouTube land, as well as Jordan Dopke, yourself as well, the YouTube chat. Andrew Dylan Bass, Third Musketeer as well. I mean, Warren, you have done, I know I've mentioned this before, but your choice of car track combinations, it's very hard to be beat here, especially in this Toyota GR86 league. We have seen races after race. I mean, what was that? Our opening race of the season, it was separated by what, .004 at the line. One of our opening races. It's been so much fun to watch, and now to have you up in the booth for a couple races, I really appreciate you, Warren.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, there's been some absolutely crazy racing. The finishes were, yeah, we had, I think we had a 0.004. That was Andrew Bound who took that one down. I think that was with Joey Rainey, and I believe Stone or Slater Colby was up there in that. It was kind of a 3-wide photo finish, which was really awesome to see. It should be double file, but I don't think it's going to work tonight. Sometimes that happens where it won't let you switch, unfortunately. But it's probably a little safer that way anyways, so these guys can spread out a little bit. But no, there's been some crazy races so far, and there's been a couple. Tsukuba was, I don't think we're going to be racing there anymore. Was not the best race. The drivers, I think, all collectively hated that track, unfortunately. So there's always one or two, kind of bad races in a season, but I think we've still done an immaculate job here at the West Coast Sim Racing League with the scheduling, and it's going to be a great rest of the season. Have they started going? Are they going right now?
No, they're still weaving. They're getting ready to go here, though, as we're on that final straightaway, and it's all in the hands of Nico Colby here. Joe Rainey, he's going to start. We'll see if we are going to run. It looks to be single file. I hate it, but maybe it's for the better here tonight, as turns 1 and 2 might get a little tricky here with Joe Rainey, Andrew Bound, Stone Colby, and then Brandon Birch up there in the top 5. And then like Jordan saying, excuse me, Brandon down there YouTube land saying, let's go Benjamin Forehand. Nico Colby, this race starts on you, man. That iRacing safety pace car has found the safety of pit lane. Hey, Warren Johnson, let's do it again. Warren, take us away here for this race restart.
All right, we're back to green flag racing. Let's see what the spread is going to be looking like here. Again, not double file, so not going to be anything too crazy unless they're going to go into the braking zone. Nico Colby's still out there in front. He took a commanding lead in the first half. Ooh, Brandon Birch getting a little late on the brakes. Benjamin Forehand got a slam on him to avoid Brandon there coming out of turn 1. Looks like everybody's pretty clean back there through the back of the pack. A little swerving, a little beating, a little banging, but I think we're hanging on here. As we still, now this is interesting. I don't think that break in the field would have happened without an incident. There was, I think, someone spun and they kind of spread them out. This is going to be much closer this time. So there's going to be a lot of battling as we see who's that? Dylan Bass, I believe, and Slater going side by side into the hairpin. This is going to be. I want to see what's going to happen behind him too. Dylan getting better on the brakes as they're too wide. I think Andrew passed Stone there coming out of the exit of that hairpin. That's a really difficult place to do any sort of racing, let alone be side by side. So clean. This is a clean restart. Look at the whole fields together. This is what we like to see right here. Glenn Bratton still. There's only 7.5 seconds from the field. So that tells you these drivers were ready for tonight. They were prepared. I think they've been practicing a lot. A little bit of the grass action was that. That's Juan Hallett into the grass. He's going to lose about probably two spots there. No harm, no foul. Back to P9. See if he can make his way back up to P7 or so. Yeah, he lost 2 spots on that. He'll be right back up there, no problem.
Nice race restart for all these drivers, especially with this bumpy World War II airstrip that we're racing on here, at least the main part of it. Man, you really have to set the car up for rotation within this tighter technical portion of the track here. We've already saw one driver nose it into the inside tire barriers after getting up on those and not avoiding the curbs. I believe that was Colton Juarez. He's got that number 77 back up and rolling. Yeah. Quadruple sevens. I'm going to go to the slot machines tonight as we'll start to snake it away back down the back straightaway. Buffalo, Nico Colby, Joe Rainey, Andrew. That's top 3.
Gotta have that Buffalo. I don't play slots. I'm more of a dice guy myself, but I love hearing that Buffalo every time I walk by those machines. Those are quite funny. They'll have those Seminole casinos down there in Florida. There's probably one near here. I'd be going there if I was racing here tonight. That's for sure. But looking like a clean start. I think there was a little incident with Samuel Donathan. He's way back there in P14. 14 seconds from the lead. Him and Glenn Bratton. Might have been an incident here. Yeah, just took it around. Maybe the cold tires caught him out. Stayed off the wall, got right back to it. So no harm, no foul there. Just a little bit of ground to make up, but I think he will.
So it's still Nico Colby out here running up front. Whoa, no, Juan Hallett, he's gone around facing the wrong way.
Oh!
That's a bad spot to be.
Yeah, he's going to lose another one too. Stay off the road. Yeah, okay. That sucks for Juan. He was having such a good race, and it all comes crashing down. And I don't know what turn this is. That's a good-looking little Hatsune Miku 86, if I might say. But unfortunate for him, as he was having a great race up until then. You know, it sucks to see it. It is racing, though. Let's see if there's a little contact, maybe. They were racing pretty close. Oh, it looks like he got demolished. Got a little help, and it's just, and it's over. So he tried to help him there, but once you're that far around, Amethyst finishes the job there. Oh, black flag for Andres Profena. I wonder if that's total. I wonder what happened with him. Well, I didn't see anything. Did anything pop up? I didn't see him get an X.
Andres Profena. No, I'm not showing anything live in timing and scorings for that Dynaco machine, especially if we look at the off-track incident limits. He is at the most, but I don't think that represents would warrant a black flag, as he's still trying to do everything he can to hold off Ollie XA here.
Wow, that was some crazy defense. It should be 15. Whoa, these guys are going at it back here in the kind of the back half of the field. Rainey making a move around, trying to make something happen around the outside of Andrew Bound. They're coming down to the final turn. Let's see if the crossover is going to get made. No, maybe a better exit here for Joe. We're going to see. Keep it off that while they get so close that way. Yeah, that's a scary place to be right there. It's a tough turn, but it is really fun. This track is such a fun track to drive, honestly. Joe's back to P3. Where's Brandon Birch? He's found himself down to P5. It looks like Andres is coming in the pit lane. I wonder what that's from. Maybe the X count isn't working, because it should be 25X. That should be the limit. So quite a bit of X's allowed for these guys. That's Brandon Birch, Darren Colby. They're still cutting across the track here. What is going on back here? They're racing now. This is racing. Darren Colby. Oh, got a car in the grass. Stay together. Oh. He's going to hold it together, John.
I think that was the Bell Helmets number 77, the quadruple summons again. The neon green or neon yellow for Colton Juarez. He's had himself a nice night. Hey, he started, I believe, 19th, already 5 positions gained. Glenn Bratton, Demetrius Gallegos, Josh Hunter, and Darren Colby all up and kind of in a battle of themselves. Warren, we're starting to get to it here tonight. Only about looking at about 10 minutes left to go here in the race. Take us back within the driver's seat. If you're battling out here for the race lead, points leader for Dr. Andrew Bound, who we hop on board here with here, how are you trying to manage this gap, as well as maybe how are you trying to make this pass happen for Nico Colby? You sit 6 in the points, might I add.
Yeah, there's a lot of spots here that you can pass this. Like I said, this is a great racing track. All sorts of moves can be done. I think he's buying his time. He's going to wait probably till the end. At least I would want to, just in case anything happened. You know, I don't know. I would kind of. They're coming back to the back straight. You know, turn 1 has kind of been the spot where Andrews liked to see him before. Look at that rooster tail in dirt. You know, sometimes these iRacing graphics really impress me with that stuff. You know, I just now fixed my my settings, and it made it look a lot better. Andrew's going to look on the outside. I don't think anything's going to happen here. Different braking, like look at the different braking points for them. And then look at the different lines they're going to have to take coming into the exit of turn, whatever this is, the final turn. You can really get a whole bunch of different lines through there. And let's see, turn 1 now with these 2 drivers. Sean, take it away. Oh, side by side.
Door to door for the race lead. Here comes Andrew Bound around the outside trying to make it stick. Nico Colby, he's playing the more defensive line down around the inside. The more that these two start to battle, it opens up the door for Joe Rainey and Stone Colby. Nico Colby goes deep. He continues to lead here from Sebring International. Andrew Bound's not done just yet. Here comes Joe Rainey breathing down the neck of Andrew Bound.
This is the defensive masterclass from Nico Colby right now. If you want to learn how to defensively drive and maintain your position, watch Nico's replay. That's all I got to say.
Nico Colby, he's got him clear. They're heading into the hairpin, and look at the braking differential there. Joe's able to go just a little bit deeper into the braking zone than Stone, but maybe Stone just trying to keep it off of the back bumper. And don't look now, ladies and gentlemen, already back up to 6th.
Whoa.
Slater Colby is driving with his head down tonight.
Oh my goodness. This is like the shark theme, the Jaws theme's playing right now. The shark theme. This is, he's hunting down this top group. I don't know what to say. This is an incredible race, honestly. This is some really clean racing. And this is the last time these drivers are going to enjoy this car, potentially, as iRacing has really revamped the GR86 in this update. I thought that the update was already going, but it looks like this is still the old model for this car, but there's going to be a lot of changes to this car come tomorrow. So hopefully it doesn't end up like the GT4s where everyone just hates it, because this is, I think, the easiest and the funnest, most fun car to drive in the game. This or the Miata. Those two cars are just great racing cars. And no! He's going to be so upset with himself. No, Brandon, no. Get it turned up. Come on, get around. You're going to lose one more. Oh, I'm so gutted for Brandon. I know he's kicking himself in the balls after that one. Let's see what happened. Oh, curb caught him out. Oh, man, he's been having some good runs, and then just stuff like that's been happening to him a lot recently. I really feel bad for the guy. He's going to get on that podium one of these days. Man, I feel bad for him there. But, oh, there goes Darren Colby. Oh, this is a replay?
Yeah, just a couple of spins on the same lap there. There's one more for Demetrius Gallegos. But going back off what you said there, Warren, I mean, okay, here goes Demetrius. Loose, can he save it? Oh.
Stay there. Okay, cool. No harm, no foul to anybody else but himself. So, unfortunate for Demetrius there. I think he pulled it into the pits as well. Black flag. I think he's his race. Well, he's still out there. But we're gonna see Joe Rainey. Oh, Nico Colby's in P2. What happened, Sean? We missed it.
Here comes
oh my
Andrew
goodness!
Bound. This battle still isn't over just yet.
Oh
Joe Rainey gives Nico Colby a shot.
Oh my goodness! Slater's right behind Joe. By the way, what is happening? Nico Colby with the yellow flag. That's a little. He probably had a little off track there. They're still side by side. Look at this pack. This is crazy racing right now from these two. Nico Colby back to the lead. I want to know where Andrew Bound got, but we can't stop. We have to keep going with this one. Oh, Andrew's got the preferred line, but he's gonna edge ahead. Nico's door quarter clear back into the lead of the race. What an amazing run from him.
And we're getting down here to it. Only 4.5 minutes to go. Lap times ranging at about 2.5 per lap. We're looking at about 2 to 3 laps left within this race. Nico Colby continues to lead him out up front after taking it back out and away from Andrew Bound. Joe Rainey continues to run in the final driver interview spot, but Warren, this might not be for long here.
Absolutely. Slater gets around. Who is that? That's Benjamin Forehand. Slater's in P5. What is going on right now? We're going to have about 2 laps remaining also, because we're down to the last 4 minutes. So this is going to be the final 2 laps here at Sebring for round 6. What a battle this has been. Nico Colby still maintaining the lead. He's 0.3 ahead of Andrew, so Andrew's well within that draft. Joe's a little bit more behind, 1.1, so he's going to be in the draft too. This is just, let's see what Slater's going to do. He's trying to get around his brother Stone. Andrew always is looking at that last turn. That turn is a hard place to make a pass because, like I said it like 3 times already, that there's kind of 2 lines that are quick there. He's gonna try to send it around the outside of turn 1. Let's see what happens here. They're side by side. Come into the brakings, or you don't really brake. There's just a little lift. Nico's going to maintain it. I want to see it in turn 2. What's going to happen? Oh, we got into the dirt a little bit. That's not going to help. Andrew's looking left. He's looking right. He's trying to make the outside work, maybe for the crossover. No, not going to happen there. Let's see if he tries to make one into the brakings under the hairpin coming around after these next 2 turns. Joe still in P3. Slater's into P4. Stone back to P6. Benjamin got around Stone. There must have been a little bit of contact there. They're still all within 2 seconds of each other. So, what great racing. Let's see. Let's see what he does. Is he going to make a move here? No, he's going to think better of it. He's looking, he's peeking. He's letting Nico know he's there, but that ain't phasing Nico. Ain't going to phase Nico. Slater Colby's trying to get around Joe Rainey now. I want to get Joe up to the front. I want to battle in these top 3. Push him, get him up there, Slater. Let's go, baby. Come on. What are you seeing here, Sean?
I'm seeing, just like you said, Slater give it all that he's got. Back up to 4th position after Benjamin forehand. He almost loses it. That's been twice, thrice tonight there for the 35. Slater Colby, if he is able to get within the top 3 driver interviews, what an interview it would and could be, as we should work our way towards the white flag lap coming to this time by. We should. Nico Colby, Andrew Bound, Joe Rainey continue to lead out up front, but it's this battle for the lead that continues to rage on, separated by 0.2 of a second. Andrew Bound just abiding his time. Warren, we have that long back straightaway to work with here. Not maybe this lap, but if Andrew Bound's able to patiently wait, could possibly work with the slipstream and draft on the white flag lap next time by.
Absolutely, yeah, it's going to be the white flag for sure. This is going to be the last lap of the race as they come down that long runway. Andrew, yeah, he's 0.1. He's right there. He's gonna try to do the same thing he's been doing all night here. Taking a look around the outside, the 2 different lines. Nico, it looks like Nico's going to go that same line as him. Ooh, got a little, there's balance. Look at the car, look at the suspension go to work here. This track, so fun fact about this track, the multiple people have advocated, hold on, we might have something going here. Turn 1, side by side, Andrew Bound on the outside. Let's see if he can make it stick on the exit. Look like he's still there. Just keep it safe. Onto the rumble strips. Oh my goodness. They're still side by side. They touch. Going into the turn 3. Nico's still ahead. Andrew's going to get ahead, and then Nico's going to get ahead again. This is crazy action here, Sean. And Andrew gets into the dirt just a little bit. They're going to go under the pedestrian bridge into the hairpin. Let's see what happens here. They know that this is the last lap. Oh, man, hairpin. Here we go. Let's see. Is he going to send it through the braking? I don't know if that'd be too smart. Slater, Colby into P3. I wonder if Joe had anything to do with that. Look, Slater's trying to get in this battle. Sean, this is absolutely nuts. Get up there, Slater. Come on, throw a wrench in this battle. We want to see this. He's got it. He's there. Sean, this is looking to be an epic finish to this round 6 race at Sebring. They're still side by side. Which way is Slater going to go? He's probably going to help push his brother around, but if Andrew's able to get around, he might want to take it. There he goes. Andrew to the lead. Nico's wide. There's his brother Slater on the outside. What happened to Nico there? The brothers are still side by side. There he goes. Joe Rainey's back into the mix. Here goes Nico Colby. Oh, into the dirt. They're slide. Keep it together. Oh my goodness. Slater, get him up there. Yeah, he's pushing his brother. Get him up there. This is a crazy battle, Sean. I don't know if I can keep it up. I don't know how you do it. Race in and race out. This is just crazy. Oh,
man,
my
I don't
goodness.
know how the drivers do it. Race in and race out. Coming to the final.
Here we go.
Straight away to go. This is what it all comes down
Oh!
to. Nico Colby gets loose as a goose. Here comes Slater Colby in the 3rd position after falling back to P12. Slater's going to look down the inside of his brother there. Andrew Bound up to the race lead for the final turn tonight. One goes around in the background. Joe Rainey to P4. It all comes down to turn 17. Final turn tonight. Andrew Bound to the race lead. Andrew Bound gets tight.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be a drag race into the finish. Who's it going to be? Slater to P1. Nico and Andrew for P2. Nico got him. Nico Colby P2. Andrew Bound P3 as he turns Nico. Joe Rainey P4. That looked like a, hey, I didn't like that. type of move there. I don't know what to think of that one. Oh my goodness, Sean. What did we just witness? That was 5 people across the line at the same time. Slater steals one. That is an incredible drive from Slater, Colby. Where was he? He was in P like 14 all the way to the lead of the race on the last turn and stole the win away from Andrew and Nico.
What a race win for Slater Colby. Gets it done here tonight. Nico Colby finishes out P2. Andrew Bound, Joe Rainey, and Benjamin Forehand make out the top 5. What a race. What a finish tonight from West Coast Sim Racing GR86 League. Sean Stam, Warren Johnson up in the booth.
Oh.
Here's our our unofficial official race results here tonight.
Slater P1, Nico P2, Andrew Bound P3, Joe Rainey P4. Benjamin Forehand, he got around Stone there at the end, and he's got himself a top 5 finish. It's good to see him up there. Stone Colby P6. Brandon Birch found his way back to P7 after that unfortunate spin coming on that runway section. He got himself back to P7. Josh Hunter P8. Hey, that's a good result from Josh Hunter too. He was all the way in the back at some point. Glenn Bratton all the way to P9. Wasn't he in last place too?
Yeah.
What's going on here? This is crazy. Dylan Bass, Colton Juarez, Juan Hallett, Alexei, Amethyst, Darren, Andres, Igor, Samuel, and Demetrius rounding out the final drivers tonight here, Sean. What a race this was. I haven't yelled at I haven't been here half the race and my voice is gonna go away. What? Look at this finish. This is unbelievable racing. Slater kind of took it away. Joe was trying to make something happen there on the outside. Wow. Let's see where Slater got around, because Andrew went wide. He didn't get the braking done, and it totally screwed him up. Slater took total advantage of that. Look how wide Andrew got. I'm surprised he kept it off the walls. Benjamin Forehand kind of went out there too. Slater goes to cover off Andrew. That allows Nico to try to get around. Wish we had a little better view here. There we are. Look at that finish for P2. Wow, this is the top 4 drivers within that's not 2/10, within a tenth, within a couple hundredths of each other. Unbelievable. There's the spin. I wonder if that shouldn't have been for anything. They're just having fun. Look at those fireworks go for Slater Colby. What a win for him tonight. Round 6, Sebring International Raceway, Sebring, Florida. Sean, I'm excited for these interviews. Let's drag them in here. I'm gonna drag let's go Slater Colby first. How about that?
Hey, drag him up here, and Warren, you're league owner. I think you deserve this interview up here with Slater. This is gonna be a pretty special one here, man.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna drag him in. Slater Colby, how are you, man? P1. What a race from you, Slater. That was an unbelievable last lap pass. Take us through it, man. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. It was a lot. I had good qualifying, obviously. Right before the check before I got P1, and then we were kind of diced in the beginning, and then going into, God, I don't even know what corner that is, but Stone just hit the back of me, and it spun me out, and then he tried to keep me straight, which luckily he did, and then that shuffled me back to about 5th or 6th, and then I had a self-induced spin like a complete dumbass.
That's all right.
And then I was just frustrated at that point. I think I was like P16, P17 at one point or something, but kind of just try to fight my way back up. There's a pretty decent gap between me and, the guys ahead of me, and so I tried to make quick work of them. Some of it wasn't pretty, but I had to do what I had to do. And then, yeah, restart. I was hoping it was going to be double file so I could just freaking slingshot at the first corner, but it was single file, so I had to kind of work my way that way. And then, yeah, I mean, I just tried to keep consistent pace, and I feel like as the race actually went on, I feel like I got faster and faster, and the tires were actually getting better. So, no, I felt good, and then I was trying to push Nico a little bit on the last lap to try and get him closer to Andrew, but I got to a point where I'm like, I just gotta go if I'm gonna have any chance at this. And luckily, Andrew had a slip up in Sunset, and I was able to capitalize on it and pull it off. So, I mean, I definitely had to find my way through the pack, but the last couple laps kind of fell into my favor.
Hey, man, whenever it comes to you, I mean, that the name of the game is staying consistent, staying safe. You did have the spin, the competition caution helped you get back to it, but that's the league. So, you know, this is, I know you're being humble and stuff, but man, you had a great race. I think this is totally skill from you that was just shown off completely. And I mean, you worked your way back from almost last place, and so that's very commendable. You had a great run here tonight, and we're lucky to have you in our league, man. Honestly, you've produced some really good racing in the front of the field multiple times. So we're happy to have you here, and definitely for results like this, man. Congrats on your win tonight. And hey, I look forward to seeing you this week. I'll be down there at Apex Motor Club Thursday night, so we'll see you then, brother. Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
No, yeah, I appreciate all the kind words, and yeah, hopefully we can duplicate what just happened. Not the last place part, the first place part this weekend. So we got a nice double header this weekend, so it should be interesting. Glad you're coming out, and obviously thanks to you for hosting a great league, and Sean for always broadcasting, and Overstock Vehicles, vehiclebuyers.com. All my friends and family at home watching. I actually got done with that race, my phone was blowing up. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and hopefully we can do what we just did this week, or just now this weekend. So
absolutely. Hey, we're looking forward to it. Can't wait to see you out there on the real life track, and we're glad to have you in victory lane tonight. Talk to you soon. Later.
Thanks, guys.
We're gonna bring Nico Colby back up here. I'll leave that one to you.
I appreciate it, Warren. Nice job with the interview there for our race winner. And Nico, I think you know who this is down here in the interview room. You got yourself a copy, man.
Yep, got a copy.
Oh, boy. Well, that Apex Motor Club VehicleBuyers.com machine. Nico, you came into the race here tonight, 6th in the point standings. You finish up in the 2nd spot with a nice last lap pass up to P2, passing Andrew Bound on the last corner. Nico, kind of walk us through not even that last lap pass, but kind of briefly your race tonight. We saw you up, down, and through the pack. Nice finishing position here, P2.
Second. Yeah, it was definitely a fun race. Just a lot of good battling. I led most of the race, I think, and just tried to get a gap, and that restart happened, and that's when all the battling started, and just kind of slowed the pack up, and everyone got up there and just made it fun.
Well said, Nico. It was a lot of fun watching it. This is one of my personal favorite car track combos. It was nice. It was, man, that you were getting even some tires up and off the racetrack in some of these more bumpier corners. Man, congrats on the P2 though. Who we shouting out to? Would you like to dedicate this another podium finish to here, Nico?
You always, Warren always for running good league, and you for streaming. Vehicle buyers, overstock vehicles. If you want to buy or sell a car, shout out Jeremy Fletcher helping me a lot. And just everyone that makes it fun and watches, and mom and dad, of course.
Hey, that's pretty special, Nico. That's much appreciation down and through that driver interview, as well as, man, congrats on the P2 finish. Hopefully your wrists are okay after that celebratory spin down there after the checkered flag. Thank you so much, Nico, and hopefully we're chatting with you in 1 week's time.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to throw it back up here to league owner. It's the man, the myth, the legend who's caught up with Andrew Bound. Warren Johnson. Andrew, both got yourself a copy?
How you doing, Sean?
Doing all right. Hey, Andrew, P3 tonight, man. Take us through it. You had quite the battle there. It's like the entire race. Man, I'm sure your wrists are hurting. Your arms are sore. A little bit of sweat on the brow. Take us through it, man.
I didn't qualify very well. I had to pay some practice. I think I ran 2 clean qualifying laps. The off tracks on here are just so easy to get. Even clipping the wall, like clipping the outside wall, going into turn 1, I did that like almost every out lap on the qualifying. So I was just way behind the pace. Started like P5 or something. And it's always tough trying to climb your way back up to the top, kind of the middle of the pack with people in front of you.
Absolutely, yeah. Hey, man. I mean, what? I do have a question. So after the checkered flag here, was this shot to Nico, was that a hey, what the heck, or was that just you guys just dicking around as always, having some fun?
Oh, the race is over. We're just having a good time.
Good. It's good to hear, man. Dude, P3 for you tonight. Man, we thought you were going to maybe take it away there. So, that last turn, man, you got kind of caught out in the braking. So, that's tough to see.
Got a little loose. I mean, Sunset's just a very difficult corner at high speed. The setup for this track is a little questionable. Say that. Just rear stepped out a little bit. Couldn't settle it down. I mean, at least I saved it to secure P3. I really thought, Joe had a run on me to knock me from first to fourth. Kind of a bittersweet ending for me. I really thought, I just lost concentration the last 10 seconds of the race. Just inexcusable.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us, man. And you're on the podium almost every week, so this isn't going to hurt you too bad. P3 is a really great result for you in that Bluey machine. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Yes, thanks for all the guys come out. Sean, thanks for hosting a good stream. Warren, thanks for always hosting a good league. It's always a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Hey, we're glad to have you up here, Andrew. Week in and week out, great racing from you, and we look forward to seeing you next week and possibly Thursday. So you have yourself a good night. Congrats on your P3.
Thanks, man. Have a good night.
All right, Sean, I think that's about it, man. It was a pleasure being in the booth with you tonight, brother. As always, I'll let you close her out. Thanks to everybody in the YouTube land for watching week in and week out West Coast Sim Racing. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for watching. We're getting some good views week in and week out. I think we're hitting like 1,500 views a week per the 2 streams. So, man, that makes me really happy. And, thanks to you, Sean, for always throwing up a good broadcast. And we're going to see you next time at Stam Studio Network.
I appreciate that, Warren. Couldn't have been done with this immaculate league that you put together here yourself, as well as every single one of you down there live in YouTube land. Could not have been done without you guys and gals each and every single race. We appreciate it, like Warren said, from the bottom of our heart. That's Moonlight Dancer Andrew, as well as Melena Colby. She's back down there live in YouTube land. Jordan Dopke, Brandon, Terry, Ted, Third Musketeer, Dylan Based. From goodness, it's just so cool being able to do what I love here. Broadcast iRacing races, commentate on them as well. Sean Stam, Warren Johnson with you live up here in the booth. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Make sure you stick around here because, what's tonight? Thursday night, we're going to be back with some more West Coast Sim racing action in the GT Challenge Series. Thanks, everybody. Until then, have a great rest of your night.